Gosetsu.
Forgive me, my lord. Oh, shit. Oh, the scroll was on. All right. Forgive me, my lord, but has he not been gone over long? Perhaps I should. Calm yourself, Gosetsu. I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves that much.
FE. Yep, I'm reading. Meh. My game's been acting up. I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting. Thank you for your understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine it would be so joyless.
He's right there.
Yeah, as part of me hoped your stories of her condition were just that. But alas, it is as you say.
Tsuyu, do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all?
No.
I'm a stranger to her. That much was clear to me from a single look. I leave her in your care.
As you wish.
Now, if you'll excuse me, my superiors are long overdue a report. They will be elated to hear of our agreement, of that I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I have obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yansha. This will take time, of course.
Of course. You may rest assured your soldiers will be well cared for until your return. We will also begin taking steps to better counter the threat of Kojin and their icon. Before you take your leave, there is one other matter. I am informed it was you who took that lead in rescuing 2 young domans from a band of Kojin sellswords. I have not yet had the time to thank you properly.
Please, there's no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under the circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. The blight of the Red Kojin is of the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgressions, those children would not have needed saving. The people of Doma have suffered enough, my lord. And I promise to do all in my power to spare them further pain, be it at the hands of the Kojin, or indeed the Empire.
I pray the Emperor will see things as you do. There may be yet hope for us all.
Until we meet again.
Gosetsu, as before, I leave Yotsuru to you. I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Asahi to a proper farewell.
He's just got this giant, bulging X-shaped scar on his shoulder that's lighter than the rest of his skin. So to me, it just looks like it just looks like a bun that just cracks when it's cooking.
I was thinking more of like what you do for the octopuses when you're like baking them, so their little feet turn into tentacles, like sausages.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The ambassador's airship awaits at Castrum Flumis. Let us be off. my god, that was a big group.
Everyone
I'm starting to
nod.
suspect that they're pulling a triple cross on us, and the guy is actually completely valid in everything he's saying. And he just comes across as a smarmy arsehole.
Well, he does work for the bad guys
Yeah, exactly.
that
Yeah.
we've been fighting the entire game, including the last
Probably
arc.
get Julius Caesar.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure?
Sure.
Wrong Maxima.
And also the other one.
I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha.
And by thanks, I mean this sword.
Uh-oh.
Mark me, savior of
Oh my
the
God.
savages. There will be a reckoning.
Normal. Bad time to black out.
Yeah, a little bit.
And impaled. What was the point of pretending to be okay this whole time?
I think it's just us personally he hates.
He's blowing his cover pretty hard.
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy. What in the...
Golf Nazi!
Ah, we already killed that guy.
That's how you know it's from the past.
No, just one! Cut him down!
It's weird to call the people of your own homeland savages.
Not if you're a bad guy.
Where's his caddy?
I guess this is
This is
before he got
had
the
more
gold
than one
caddy.
sword. Yeah. This is when he was still putting.
Oh, the blade bored him.
Change clubs.
Just yeets it over his shoulder and just picks up a new one.
The sword's stupid, it's a gun.
Ooh, a 9-iron.
Who the fuck are you?
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Decapitate.
This one is promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne.
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Surely you
You should have
jest.
seen when we beat his
That was
ass.
Xenos Ye Galvas, legatus of the 12th, the crown bloody prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
What a name.
That was Lord Xenos. Everything you are,
I designed
your
this face myself.
power, even your face, it vexes me. Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire. My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance.
Well, he's dead.
Someone's a pissy fanboy.
Everyone's just watching, just hanging out.
I will
Wow, this guy's
cherish
talking
this
really low.
moment. Lock it away within
Like
my
whispering
heart
to the hero.
until the day we meet again.
He's trying to emulate the whole, sweet nothings that Xenos was trying to whisper to us.
I'm gonna crush your head with my thighs. I'm calling me a
I am
beast is
just
very
cat.
pointed language.
I'm gonna
He's looking up at like an 8-foot tall cat man being like, the beast you are.
Oh, you're not wrong.
You want to get acquainted with the beast I am?
Pop your head like a zit.
Great.
Well, that answers that question.
That was stupid.
I think he might be evil.
All that vague subterfuge, and then it's just like, anyway, I'm bad. Bye.
I don't think he's evil. I
Cool.
think he's petty because he set this whole thing up just to have a go at us.
He didn't
Is
even
this-
have a go at us.
It's this weird attempt at like a fucking Bill Murray style, no one will believe you moment, except everyone would believe us.
Yeah.
Like we
It's
should,
funny when you're trying to be
we
intimidating.
just immediately say what just happened, and everyone's like, oh shit, that guy sucks, okay.
Yeah.
Warrior of Light says so.
Also, we already said that we don't trust this guy.
Yep.
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
Just one cutscene into another.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Final
time to say all of that.
Of all the memories to witness. I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos. My lord.
Calm yourself, Ugidi. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope, we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
My lord.
Got my own personal
Besides,
stalker.
I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a weird look. That was a weird face. I started looking like an Oni mask. It makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up the pretense for so long, only to drop it right before the very end? Perhaps he has no longer thought it necessary. having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange.
If he truly is a disciple of Xenos, this possible emotion simply got the better of him. Remaining calm around the women, or the man who slew his lord, will have taken its toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Kojin must be placed under surveillance, and the Garlean prisoners made ready for the exchange. But you need not concern yourself with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of the exchange draws near, we will call for you.
I should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we would be on hand to play our part, either to defend Doma or to help usher in a lasting peace. I had thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea, but given the volatility of the situation, mayhap it would be best if we remained in Kugane. Agreed. Between Yotsuyu's amnesia and Asahi's dubious agenda, I'd say we have ample reason to remain in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once.
Oh, I will. On that you have my word. Charting a path through the sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I am not so proud as to attempt the feat alone.
To Kugane, then. Tataru and the others must know what transpired here.
Oh my god, other people exist?
I voiced
Sometimes.
all of them. It's everyone that Effie voiced died.
You just need to pick better people.
More durable
Right.
people.
Yeah.
Plot armor.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Why?
it's a little hard to do that when you just, don't know.
Hey, you're playing New Game Plus, Effie. You should know.
Nice.
You know, you say that, except for the fact that I skipped all the stories so that I wouldn't have any spoilers. I legitimately have no idea what's going on.
Oh,
Smart thing to do.
He just got stir crazy waiting at our level, so he skipped the endgame.
I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm bored. I've done everything I can right now. I'm just gonna go. Fuck it. So like 2 weeks later, I was done.
Turns out the story goes pretty fast if you skip all the cutscenes.
Yeah.
Right?
We've had about
yes,
5 minutes
it
of
does.
gameplay today.
Well, I mean, yeah, Purple managed to get through. How long did it take you?
Just 2 weeks odd, I think.
Yeah, to get to
Weeks.
where we are now. 2 weeks.
weeks.
Meanwhile, it's taken us 2 years.
Not that long yet, but I mean, it's almost been a year.
It will be. It's been over a year.
We
Has
started
it?
playing in 2020.
Yeah.
Damn.
This is this is definitely not our first Christmas event.
No. Anywho, everybody talking to Hancock?
Yeah.
My, it seems you're all in quite the predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent missives from Doma, rest assured you will be the first to know it.
Yes, of course. We're discussing ideas to replenish our coffers, but I suppose that all can wait if any urgent news should come through the office. About that, I wish to apologize, Tataru. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without first consulting you. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the Scions, even if it means drawing upon my personal funds. That's very thoughtful of you, but I'm sure it won't come to that. If Silverbond's business proposition is as promising as it sounds, Hero should have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger.
Also, I'm going to steal one of your kidneys.
And both of your eyebrows.
Wow.
Forgive me, Hero. It would seem I have unwittingly heaped my financial troubles upon you. I swear I will pay you back. Though I fear I will struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value, knowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions forming in the Empire. Mayhap Riol and his associates have heard something on the subject. Regardless, the more we know about the politics of Garlemald, the better our chances of predicting the Imperial's next move. which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing what we do of Asahi's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say what he hopes to gain from it. But if there is even the faintest chance that a lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire, what choice have we but to try? Lord Heian has the right of it. Asahi may very well be a monster, but we must play his game, for now. Striking, maiming, fending. Oh, these are all useless to me.
Yep, same here.
Was the one supposed to
Just
be?
more curious
I
what
think
they
it's
look
naming,
like.
right?
They are completely trash.
Forget which one's
Oh,
the one I
hello.
use. Yeah, what's good? Why can't I see my own character? Alright.
Everybody at that Asahi thing, right? Yes?
I
Yep.
think Andrew's go pick.
Sorry, I was picking my thing.
That's a no, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
no. Well, he probably is now.
I'm there now.
Cool.
Excuse me. Arranging the prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. Yes, my lord will be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan.
Oh no, he looks like the Keikaku guy.
He
Oh, hey,
does.
look,
Like-
recycled assets. Oh no.
It's like Yagami from Death Note.
What's the recycled asset? The fact that they're in
okay,
a
this
ship
is not
again?
where I expected us to be going.
He's pretending to not have memories.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Were we friends?
Yes. We were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift.
Oh my god, a plate.
I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
It's so pretty. Who are you?
Meanwhile, in a place far away.
Who are you?
Meanwhile, in another universe.
I need another pair of glasses.
Oh, damn it.
How are you
What?
feeling, my
There's no
lord?
way this guy's alive.
Apparently.
Didn't we just like
Fine,
literally
now leave me.
obliterate him?
I guess not.
Not hard enough, apparently.
How are we so bad at telling if people are dead?
Maybe we
No
should
one
go
that
get-
We've
died in the
watched
main game
people
is dead.
walk
What the
away.
fuck?
We
Dude,
have
this guy
watched...
literally became a fucking icon, and then we somehow still didn't kill him?
Literally the only guy that actually died is the old man at the encampment. That was the leader.
No. We also killed off Shiva, if you recall, or Shiva's vessel.
Fucking
He's
brought
dead
back, they brought back Gosetsu and both of them. Who is Shiva's vessel?
The
Ice
Queen
yeah,
or
Ice
whatever.
Queen, yeah. That
The
person,
one from last
the leader of the
expansion?
dragon cult. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about Stormblood.
No.
I'm saying that in all of Stormblood, all these fucking characters that died just come back, so like nothing happened.
No.
Papalimo's also not from Stormblood, chat.
Yeah,
Papalimo died.
was,
Papalimo died
was
after
Dragon
Heaven's Word, in the guy who chopped off arms second rebellion arc or whatever. Raban's arm chopper.
Oh my god. I fucking forgot about that.
Yeah.
In Stormsblood, the three big deaths are Yotsuya, Gosetsu, and
Oh no.
and
Somebody
Golf
did.
Nazi, and they're all back.
Lizard Lady's daughter technically came back, sort of.
Lizard Lady's daughter.
Yeah, the Ananta, is it the Ananta? No, not the Ananta. The other, the one who was
The Snake
worshiping
Queen
Lakshmi.
had her daughter resurrected or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, the one who's brain dead.
she's she's technically alive, except she's just brain dead.
Nobody
Isn't she in
ever
charge now?
dies.
She is in charge now.
Except Papa Limo.
I mean, Papa Limo did technically die in the Stormblood arc.
I think that was Heaven's Word.
Only people who you
no.
truly like in this game stay dead.
Because that was the attack on the wall that he died in. After Dragon Icon was summoned, you know, the one we
I'll
I think
believe
it was Heaven's Word because we hadn't come here yet.
Well, no, we hadn't come to Doma yet, but it was still part of the Stormblood.
It was that like
expansion.
rebellion that happened with the arm choppy guy.
That was the wrong fucking
That's this expansion.
year.
I don't think it was. I think it was one of the patches after Heaven's Word. I think that was the Dragon Song War.
Was it? You sure? Hold on.
I don't think Raban's arm chopper had anything to do with the story of Stormblood, did he? Yeah, everyone's saying that it was Heaven's Word, and by everyone I mean one person twice.
Oh, I'm convinced.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that was during the Omega. Yeah. Never
I
mind.
am talking to the
Ah,
lady.
hero, impeccable timing. We have just received a letter from Lord Hien. You saw him like 10 minutes ago, and we're back. Probably a patch. He writes that the Domans are coordinating their effort with the Blue Kojin to maintain a constant watch over the Red. They're in a small box canyon. By staying on the lookout for signs of crystal hoarding and the like, they mean to nip any summoning attempts in the bud, therefore satisfying the conditions for peace set down by the ambassador. See, whenever they see crystals in their base, they pick them up and they take them back to their base to score a point. For the Garlean's part, the populares have sent word that a vessel bearing Doman conscripts is soon to arrive in Yangsha. 'Twould seem that the prisoner exchange is to proceed as planned. Lord Hien requests your presence, and I share his view that you should be on hand at this critical juncture.
Damn it, I just left. I mean, yeah, sure.
According to the letter, Yotsuyu's memory has yet to return, so it looks like she'll be living out the rest of her days in Doma, assuming the ambassador means to honor the agreement, of course. Before we get to that, however, I think it would be wise to assess her condition one last time. If the Domans have missed any change in her mental state, however slight, it would be better if Asahi weren't the one to spot it. Agreed. Let us make straight ways for the Enclave then. Lord Hien will be waiting. Letting them meet alone was just such a bad idea, because there was so much chance that if there was any kind of like activation, sleeper catchphrase bullshit would happen, or like this was the amnesia's on purpose or anything. I trust you will cope in our absence, Tataru.
Don't worry about me. It'll be fine. Just be sure to come back safely.
No, I was planning on throwing myself off a cliff.
I refuse.
I'm gonna hack my leg off just to spite you.
Goodbye. Time to...
What do we call icons? Don't we call it something else?
Primals.
Primals, there we go.
Right.
I've been all calling them icons lately so much that I forgot what we call them, but I was like singling out the fact that we do have different names for them.
We should probably consider ending here soon-ish.
It's got a half an hour yet.
Well, that's why I'm saying soon-ish.
Yeah.
Incredibly not soon.
Yeah.
At the normal time. A long time from now.
Do you have any mail, Keith? You
Yes.
can get it here.
I suppose.
I don't think I need it
quest
yet.
then,
I think they're
it's
talking
not
about
actually
getting
that much.
making equipment for me for later.
I see. Fine then. Be that way.
What? Oh, none of the new gear is good. Wait, none of the new gear is usable? Oh, it's all for samurai. Oh, is it good though? That's okay. Oopsie. Oh no, save outfit. Shit. They're not gonna let me wear that one. Oh, you can actually wear that one. It's a headband you can wear for once. That never happens. Those shoes. There's some decent there's some decent items in this samurai set.
I don't know for that.
It even has a thing you can wear. It's not a
Can
helm.
you
Get striking.
Yeah, I got striking because none of them none of them were aiming in that particular reward screen.
Oh, we got another 4 in the next one, so probably the
Let's
end
see.
one after.
All the way over there. It's so far away.
Here we go.
Is Effie nearby?
I'm inside.
Was.
I'm waiting.
Said where?
Yeah, it's
talk
like
to-
where?
You left to the objective without us?
What do you mean? It's at Doma
There's no. What? There's no.
What?
The Gosetsu and Yotsuyu
what?
objective doesn't have a flight thing, does it?
Yeah.
No, it's you talk.
I mean,
to,
a teleporter.
it's at the Enclave. You can teleport to the Enclave.
From where?
What?
Anywhere.
Oh, the Doman Enclave.
It's at the Doma Enclave again.
Oh, my mistake. I went to the wrong place.
That would explain
Okay,
a lot.
that would explain. My bad. Oh, I was already on my thing.
Blah blah blah.
Wow, rude.
God damn it, you again.
It's always him.
Ah, I see my letter reached you across the Ruby Sea. Thank you for coming so swiftly. Though I wrote at some length on the subject of the forthcoming exchange, there was one other matter I neglected to mention. It concerns Gosetsu. As you may have observed, he returned from his ordeal rather the worse for wear, and despite his best efforts to conceal his condition, or perhaps because of them, he recently collapsed.
Good God, is he all right?
He's dead. Confined to bed and grumbling without cease, but he has shown signs of recovery. He made me promise not to tell you, lest you worry unduly, which was all very well when you weren't here. Now that you are here, however, I think it high time he received some visitors. Might you spare him a moment? Yotsuru has scarce left his side, and I imagine you are curious to see what has become of her as well.
We will visit him at once. Hero, Asahi, shall we?
Shall we not? No.
And before Yotsuyu is just choking him to death.
Pillow over his
Oh,
face.
never mind.
It's full of ricin.
Please, Tsuyu. I'm not so frail that I cannot feed myself.
Here comes the airplane.
I grow weary of the taste of gruel.
You don't like it? Can I fetch you something else?
Aye, wine. Or if that is not wholesome enough, I don't know. A sweet persimmon from Namai? I enjoyed them in my youth.
A persimmon.
That's the key word.
Nay, pay me no mind. I am full.
The sleeper agent
Besides,
has been activated.
we have guests.
Yeah.
The big clue is going to be that she doesn't like Dango anymore.
Yes, that would be a good big clue.
I hope we are not interrupting your meal. We had heard you were confined to bed and thought you might welcome some visitors.
Confined to... A gross exaggeration.
Yeah, just
A
cut my
trifle
legs off.
drain from my exertions, perhaps, but with a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
What?
Take off your clothes.
Yes, here in front of everyone.
Gosetsu, is this how you've been spending your time?
Gotta show off those mods.
My lady, I assure you,
No.
this is not.
We're all just standing here watching.
No one left or averted their
Off
eyes.
with them. We need to wash you. You stink.
Oh no. Oh well. That's happening.
Okay then.
Why is everyone still here? Why is this happening?
What are all these
Not
scars?
awkward at all.
It's not like he's
There are
fucking
so many of them.
naked.
I was attacked by an octopus, obviously.
Have they not done this before?
A life of battle will leave its mark upon a man.
Oh, she's remembering.
It's so weird how hairless men are in this game.
Is something wrong,
He
Tsuyu?
technically is an entirely different species?
It's
So,
nothing.
I
I'm
mean-
fine.
But leave me be, woman. I will not be fussed over like some newborn babe.
Ah, you're old.
You were in diapers.
Not like he's that old. They make a convincing pair, do they not? On first acquaintance, I would have thought him a doting grandsire and her a model grandchild.
Indeed. Had someone told me a year ago I would live to bear witness to such a scene, I would have declared them mad. But aside, that aside, I am relieved to see Gosetsu has lost none of his spirit. But what a turn of events. I mean, for her to suddenly be watching over him. You couldn't make it up. Although I suppose Gosetsu is an old man. With the way he charges through life, it can be easy to forget.
Aye, he has resisted
Decrepitude.
decrepitude. Okay. He has resisted decrepitude with the same defiance he showed the enemies of Doma. But no matter how adamant his will, no man can carry on forever. He has pushed himself beyond the limits of endurance too many times. Even if his health returns, the fact remains. He will never again be the warrior he once was. He has given his all for liege and land, and we will ask no more.
And what of his nurse? If Yotsuyu is feigning that, well, she certainly has me fooled. Hello?
I will tell you who this is. It is,
it's
what's
me.
her face? Yeah, it's you.
This is no pretense.
Yukari. Out of all of us, I would think you the hardest to convince. So, what makes you so sure?
I have been spying on Yotsuyu from the shadows, waiting for the misstep that would betray her charade for what it was. But her mask has never slipped, not once. She has remained in character from the first. One evening, I watched her as she sat in her chambers, unguarded and alone. She had taken the dishes from the cupboard and was pretending to prepare dinner, right there on the tatami, a child's game. Even the wariest shinobi would not go to such lengths. I can but conclude that her mind is truly broken.
Well, that's good enough for me, and everyone else, I would hazard.
Aye, the matter is settled. Yotsuru will become Suru and begin a new life here in Doma. Before that can happen, however, we will need to present her to the ambassador one last time to prove that her memory is truly gone. But I would not risk parading her in front of our returning conscripts. Her presence at the exchange would only stir up mutinous thoughts.
Understandably, she as good as fastened the chains around their necks.
Aye, which is why I mean to conclude this business with Suru first, out of the sight of my countrymen. Will you help me?
We are at your service. There is no higher purpose than the pursuit of peace.
My thanks. The Garleans are on their way, and we must prepare to welcome the ambassador. We will meet you at the docks with Suru.
Everything happened so fast in this game.
Right? One moment,
It's
Yotsuyu
just-
is just sitting there, and the next minute,
Well, no, it's like we left and the letter arrived, a long written letter. So he must have literally started writing that the second we walked out the door and posted it on the fastest mail courier he could.
I mean,
Oh, when we were
do
back at
have
the capital, you
Mughals
mean?
for their mail service?
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah, those
I mean,
are
we
always
have teleporters.
those are always basically the time skip of a patch coming
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, so
So
in
it's
theory
like
we would be walking
a
around
month
doing other
later
stuff
for-
in that time. Yeah.
oh, apparently that was the split between patches. That's why.
Right.
Yeah. Every time we leave and then get a letter to come back to the people we just talked to, that's always the time skip between patches.
I know, but since we're post-patch, it just feels so disjointed time-wise now.
Yep.
Post patch, you're just supposed to skip to the cutscenes.
Would have been 4
We
months
have
real time.
We will read all the dialogue.
Shall we wait here then? Lord Heian should not be long.
Okay.
Okay.
I like waiting.
I don't.
I do like waiting. It's very fun. One of my favorite pastimes.
Right next to Tors.
My friends, have you seen Suru? She is nowhere to be found. My god.
Yeah. What? But the Garleans will be landing in a matter of moments. If she's fled, could it mean her memories have returned?
I know not. Yaguri is scouring the streets as we speak, but it is possible Suru has left the Enclave altogether.
Well, who saw that coming?
Captain, a word. Did you perchance carry a fair-skinned woman across the river? Who wants to be this guy?
Be a
A
pirate,
fair-skinned
Effie.
woman, my lord. I do not rightly know. I think, yes, my lord. Now that you mention it, there was a lady among the passengers whom I do not recall having seen before. What? Her face was hidden by the brim of her hat, but I remember taking her hand to help her onto the boat. White as new fallen snow it was. Was she the one important, my lord? Have I done something wrong?
Wrong?
No, you'll be executed, though.
No. I was merely hoping to catch our guest before she departed. Be at ease, Captain. Here, take this cyanide cookie.
I baked it
Good boy.
special. It's cinnamon.
'Twould seem that Suru has crossed the river. Kami, help me. No good can come from this. Actually, I guess you would call it an almond cookie.
Yes. Almond and cherry.
Bum 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 bum.
Yay,
Will this armor look good?
There's a point I can actually just throw it in the vanity mirror.
Oh, it's not actually better armor.
No, that's why it's going straight in the vanity if it looks good. Otherwise, no.
I wanted to know if it looked good or not.
Yeah. Also, why can I not try? Why can I not try on a full
Never
suit of armor at once?
does. Oh, I didn't actually use it. I'm a fool.
Fool.
Foolish.
Oh, and stuff I got looks good.
It looks like the samurai set, but more restrictive on the arms, which is weird for the fact that it's supposed to be for using ranged weapons.
Pants aren't the worst.
Just
but everything else
drowning
is
in arm
really bad.
guards. I don't like heavy armor on Rothgar usually because it makes them look incredibly bulky.
I could do something with that. That is a pretty cute bottom.
Is it dyeable?
Dyeable.
It is dyeable.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually it is.
has more armor protection. Oh, you're not wrong.
It's because the green and orange are extremely awkward in contrast with the blue character.
Yeah, that's a bit garish.
But getting it down to even just one color would make it less weird. But I don't think I like it. It's dead to me.
One of those awkward suits of armor that you can only dye one part of.
Dead to me. Dead to me. Honestly, all the Rothgar gear only looks good when it's like open shoulders and arms. Hello, Hian.
Alright, we talking to...
I mean, they're covered in fur anyway. Why would they wear clothes? Armor I can understand, but clothes? Not so much.
Fun.
It seems Suru has gone unrecognized thus far, but Kami help us if someone catches a clear view of her face. I must find her before that happens. The responsibility of her disappearance, for all of this, lies with me, but I would ask for your aid nonetheless.
We are at your service, Lord Hian. Now, as before, let us make the crossing and begin our search.
I mean...
You go on ahead. Someone should let Yugiri know what we've learned. I'll join you on the other side. Seconds after her confident report, she was immediately betrayed.
We have no way of knowing where Suru is headed, so we have best divide our forces. I will take Katsukuri and its surrounds. Alphanod, if you would take the road up to Castrium Fluminis. Hero, forgive me, but could I ask you to interrogate the residents of Yuzuku Manor? One of the Namazu may well have seen our query. If everyone is in agreement, let us board the skiff and hope the Kami smile upon our efforts.
You can just say God.
Kami literally translates God though from Japanese, right?
Yeah.
So is this the whole Kikeku thing again? They just don't translate it.
Because it sounds cool.
Yeah.
I mean, Kami does sound cooler than God. God sounds
that's why people adopted umami instead of savory.
It sounds like some lazy asshole.
Use it this
like,
card takes off by exploding a bit.
What should we call the being that rules over us? Well, he's good, right? Just take one O out, and now he's God.
Yep.
Oh no, it's this fucking guy. God damn it.
I know you love voicing him.
Welcome to Lunar Manor. Yes, yes. Is there anything you care to know? You only need a pale-skinned woman. I have seen no such traveler. I am sorry to say. Most sorry. Scaly skinned Namazu. On the other hand, we have an abundance. Okay. Great.
I bet you regret ever picking that voice. Hey,
Why are you leaving
where
us? You are so rude.
Worst Uber ever.
Man, go crazy for a pale-skinned woman.
I just regret that there's so many.
Your destination is on the left.
Confident. Oh. Well,
they just gave yourself so many difficult voices.
Yeah. Unusually pale skin? Yes, yes. I saw this woman on the way back from my fishing trip. She had just crossed the shallows east of here and was headed in a northeasterly direction. For the most part, she did seem certain. If you hurry, you might surpass her. My mouth got way too full of us.
I feel like somebody's gonna have to generate some subtitles for this.
It has subtitles.
There is subtitles. Yeah, I'm literally reading from a thing.
I feel sorry for your microphone. You probably spat all over it.
That's
not on the windscreen. It's fine.
Yeah, after a campaign of this, that microphone smells.
Wow.
It's almost fishy, you could say, in its odor.
That's not.
There better not be another fucking fish here, I swear to God. Oh, it's all the wolf people. You see no sign of Yotsuyu to the north.
Perhaps she is somewhere farther to the northeast. We didn't quite do the double voice.
Close.
Yeah.
Very close.
It was an echo. It's fine.
It was more accurate on mine. We can't make a match on both ends.
Was it?
Whenever that happens, I try to match the other person's playback, which makes it work on my end, but it always means that I'm latency on their end, because it's impossible to be synced on for both of us.
That's fine. I'm not recording it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Only one of us is putting the video out.
God, that fucking character in Wilder Mist that like 4 of us voiced at the same time.
Oh no, that was a mess. Still no sign of Yotsuyu. Perhaps she is yet farther to the northeast.
The princess
On
is
the
God.
road to Viridian
She
City.
doesn't even have a mount. How did she get so far?
I'm in a chair.
Okay,
We're
bye.
literally driving.
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
Nope, getting there first. Wow, this is slow survey. We're not sure if this one's going to end or not.
Because she's definitely here.
Rule of
Yotsuyu is
threes.
nowhere to be seen, but lying on the ground a short distance to the north, you spy a familiar-looking wide-brimmed hat. Do we? I don't see a hat.
God.
It's like
Where
every
is
other
this
one.
hat?
Way over there.
Oh wow.
Oh, my God, you've got better eyes than I do.
Fireball.
Oh my god. It's a babu hat.
A cursory glance is all that is required to confirm your suspicions. It is the same hat Yotsuyu was wearing when you found her in Sakazuki.
Oh no. She has been liberated from her disguise.
Well, she's dead now. We can go home.
Damn it, now her pale skin will get sunburned. I must return this hat to her.
Hero, before you ask, our search for Kusarkari and its surroundings has yielded exactly naught, save for this chance reunion with you, I suppose.
Mistress Elise has gone to assist her brother at the castrum. It was she who informed me of the situation. I joined Lord Hien here shortly thereafter.
You guys are so dumb. She went to go get a stupid permission or whatever.
Persimmon?
Probably.
Persimmon, yeah. How did you fare in Yuzuku Manor? Any sign of our missing guest? No.
She turned into a hat.
Well, we found the hat. Yeah.
Towards Nanami? By the kami, if the villagers recognize her, it will not end well. We must hurry. Yuguri and I will check the paddles. The village square is yours.
The patties.
The paddles? The patties.
Paddies. Rice paddies.
Yeah.
Whatever, same thing.
Check
right?
the paddles.
Sure.
For her punishment.
Oh, no.
I think I prefer paddles now.
Make sure the timber is firm.
Yet
Quick to the paddling room. The sexy
I will
paddling
have no
room.
weak. Oh my god, she's like straight walking up.
Uh-oh.
Greetings. Might I have one of your... Wait! Please! I only wanted a persimmon.
Wait.
You called it.
Yeah, because he mentioned it. She's still a dumb baby.
What is that nightmare pronunciation?
Kami, save us! Her spirit has returned!
Are missing?
Persimmon?
Oh god, do they think she's a ghost?
She's back from the dead to seek her revenge!
Persimmon. I believe I should pronounce it.
Who's Simon?
Range.
I wish the dogs looked less bad.
Wow.
They do look very derpy.
They're just humans and then have a shitty dog head that's shaped weird and too bulky and like their
Mouth
face
is
is
always
too
open.
small. Like
Maybe they can't afford a full fursuit, Keith. Calm down.
Really?
usually a wolf character model doesn't look worse than actual fursuits that are lifeless.
She couldn't have survived.
Surprise.
My brain! It does thinking.
Oh, she's remembering.
Oh right, I'm racist.
What did I...
Like people.
What did I do?
As if you don't know!
Everyone else thinks she's like a ghost. Why do you think she's real?
Good people of Namai, be at ease, I pray you. You have naught to fear.
They don't look convinced.
My lord, forgive me, but what is that monster doing
Technically she
here?
is.
They told us she was dead.
I too was surprised to learn of her survival. More even than you, I would hazard.
But she wasn't
'Twas
double-sink
I
to
who
her
cut
fate.
her down, I who left her to her fate. But it would seem the Kami had other plans. By some miracle, both she and Gosetsu were spared when the keep collapsed, though Yotsuyu's preservation came at the cost of her memory.
I mean, if she was dead,
And you're
then she
saying
would have
she's
too.
forgotten everything she's done?
Lies! Lies! My lord, she would say anything to escape punishment!
What does it matter? We have not forgotten her crimes, and we demand justice! I beg of you, Lord Hien, draw
We'll
your
start calling
blade and
more people
rid us of
canker.
this canker! What I saw then, it's all
Just
true.
keep reminding her of her past, then she'll get her memories back and kill you all.
I'm
That's the way to
sorry!
go
I'm so sorry!
What? Yeah. She's just dumb baby now.
Sorry.
Leave her alone.
And what? Hey, we're supposed to forgive you.
Wait, what? Where did you get that?
Here, there's no need
That
to
is a good
cry.
question.
This is my pocket persimmon. I always keep it in case of emergencies.
In case of amnesiac killers.
This zoomer does not know what it speaks of. Put
Can't
it
you
back
see how
in
scared she is?
in his cell
How
phone
can you be
prison.
scared of her? She's not the same.
With the purity of a child.
Until such time as her memories return, this woman shall be known as Tsuyu and treated as a citizen of Doma. I will, however, see that she is watched at all times. Rest assured that there will be no more unannounced visits to the village. As your lord, I ask that you leave her fate in my hands and suffer her to live, for now.
You can trust me in that she wandered off today.
Please, Issei.
Why'd you give me a big tomato? I asked for a person.
All right. I'll keep my peace. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
None of you have jobs. You all just had time to come out of your fucking homes and be upset about some lady wandering around looking for shitty tomatoes. Like,
Yeah.
get a job or something.
Yeah, go pick some rice, damn it.
Yeah, like there's a bunch of fields out there. You made the
Paddies.
fucking
Or
Hien go
paddles.
and look at them. Yeah, the paddles. A bunch of paddles out there.
Do you want to call it there, or do you want to pick up the next one?
I guess we can stop there.
Probably should
Yeah.
stop. Plus, you guys can also do the
Leave it on the cliffhanger so that next week she
Starlight
then
Festival.
twists on everybody.
Yeah. Next
Go do
week,
the Starlight
Red Bull's
things.
Right when the
What will she
maximum
do
number
with
of
her
people trust her. Ha! I'm bad. Surprise.
Where's the Starlight thing?
How good it is to see you again, dear adventurer. You haven't forgotten me since we last met, I hope. It's me. I'm Garanji. Remember me? From like Halloween, probably? And may I say you've come
No.
at the most opportune moment. You see, we are planning some truly extraordinary festivities this year, but are presently short-handed.
And I see you have two hands.
There's a deer and a bunny man.
It's no good, celebrant. We will require the aid of an adventurer after all. Oh, dare I say, she is an adventurer, and you have already made the arrangements?
Allow me to introduce Associate Professor Lawrenson of the Stadium in Charleon. His are the festivities for which I am hoping to secure your assistance.
Lorison, Faculty of Folklore, delighted, I'm sure. Without further ado, then, I shall test your knowledge of the season. First question: what creature symbolizes the Starlight celebration? A reindeer.
Bear.
A bear.
A behemoth.
An easy question, was it not? I apologize if I insulted
Bear.
your intelligence.
Did you simply
Indeed.
select your favorite animal, perhaps? No, my dear sir. The correct answer is reindeer.
Why did you select bear?
Because there's no consequences for being wrong in this game. How could you not pick bear?
From gifts to garb, Starlight paraphernalia is often emblazoned with our design in the image of these noble creatures.
Bear.
Now, for my second question: when did the Starlight celebration begin to make use of the symbolism?
When? You mean to say it was not always so?
And no, indeed. Any mention of reindeer is conspicuously absent from the tale of which inspired the celebration. Thus did I take it upon myself to delve into the truth of the matter.
I'm annoying
And after
like that.
many a moon scouring literature, I discovered telling testimony in the ancient Ishgardian tome, which spoke of reindeer that... Oh, hello, game? Oh. Spoke of reindeer that amused younglings with delightful illusions. It was this spectacular act that earned reindeer the Starlight celebrity, I posit. And in order to prove my theory, I have journeyed to Gridania this Starlight celebration with this trusty fellow Blitzen.
I can't believe I'm seeing a Bunny Boy NPC before I see a single fucking Rothgar in one of these events.
Well,
that's gonna be the case for a while.
Forever, apparently. Like, they just don't put them in events.
Oh, so Blitzen can use reindeer magics?
Yes, Blitzen is a rare lineage, one that weaves illusions as a defense against predators. We have been keeping him under our care in Charlian, while conducting research on his abilities. 'Tis my belief that Blitzen can trace his ancestry back to the reindeer who delighted children with illusions in the Ishgardian tome, and I intend to have him do the very same for the children of Eorzea, confirming history by recreating it, as it were. You see, no matter how much I urged him back in Charlian, Blitzen refused to produce children-pleasing illusions. But in Eorzea, where it all began with his noble ancestors, I dare to hope that he will be suitably inspired.
Or he'll devour them. We'll find out. I welcome anything that will bring cheer to our sweet children. My duties bind me here, but I believe our adventurer friend will prove a most capable assistant.
Indeed, your cheery disposition tells me you are the perfect candidate for the task I have in store. Can I count on your cooperation? Yeah. Splendid. I thank you, as will posterity, I'm sure. Now then, your role is a simple yet crucial one. Round up the children who will witness Blitzen create his illusion. I shall be at Apelkua Falls, making the necessary preparations. Good luck, and I will see you again soon. Okay. But...
Perhaps you can begin your search along the path to the markets of the Lancers Guild. I dare say a few younglings will be out gazing at the shops and decorations.
Go pick up those street urchins and bring them to a waterfall.
Gather the urchins.
I need to... Let's see. What's my wintry clothes?
You have winter clothes?
Pajama sweats.
Oh, yeah? Pajama sweats. Alright.
Okay, let's warp up there. They're far away. Where's
Cautious
the...
child. Come with me to see reindeer. I would, but I was told to buy a Starlight cake and hurry home. Sorry.
Come with me or be devoured.
My mom said I can't get eaten until I take out the trash.
Disobedient children are carried away in Krampus's sack. Good children get sticks or
There's a
something? I
magical
don't really know the
reindeer that
lesson.
can create illusions. Amazing. I've just finished my
Amazing.
chore, so I'll head over at once. Oh my god, he really can only get eaten after he takes out the trash.
Oh, back in the bottom right corner.
Yeah.
Running faster, Lee.
Oh, I thought. Is there no...
I don't know if it's faster to teleport. It's like right here.
Oh no, that's with the limbs of...
The blue tinge is throwing me off.
Blue tinge to what?
God.
The blue tinge from the weather just throwing me off.
There's going to be illusions. That sounds like fun and all, but I promised Mom I'd help her put up decorations. Sorry. No Christmas for me. I'm too busy with Christmas.
Hold on, I gotta get back there. Fuck.
I'm too busy with shitty Christmas to have good Christmas.
We have Christmas at home.
Christmas
No.
at home.
Crimpmas.
Poor Christmas.
Why aren't there any Rothgar in these events?
Are you sure there's just not Rothgar in this game?
Reasons. I genuinely don't know when the first Rothgar actually even shows up.
They're all up on Grinch Mountain, obviously. Staring down on Whoville.
I'm at the Bunny Man waiting for Andrew to get his shit together.
Sorry, I somehow took a teleport to whatever it's fucking called.
Oh, you accepted that weird teleport that happened in our party?
Yeah.
That was unrelated to what we were doing.
Yeah, I made a horrible mistake.
You're like, better leave town. Who is trading with me?
Oh, I'm almost
What's
there.
happening? Oh no. Santa costume.
Oh no. You getting
no.
the sexy Santa costume?
We're in Santa mode now.
Wait, where is it? Oh my god, my thing's like having a heart attack. You can do it, I believe in you. Come on. Guess not. Oh well. Okay, I met the deer guy. Oh my god, you're wearing a Santa outfit. Nice.
He was handed to me.
Nice. Merry
Sometimes people in the audience show up like stagehands and then vanish.
Okay. Alright. Talking to him now. Ah, you are returned. I trust a gaggle of rosy-cheeked younglings will be arriving shortly. No.
Nope.
No one wanted to come.
The spirit of Christmas is dead.
Only this one? This is precisely the problem with today's youth. No concept of scholarship or the virtues of academic inquiry. I suppose a single ragamuffin will suffice. For the purposes of proof, the number of children is inconsequential after all.
Hero, if we only have one child, it looks like a kidnapping.
Blitzen, the season of lights is in full glow, and a child stands expectant before you. Hearken unto the spirit of your ancestors, and bring forth your delightful illusions.
Then consume him.
Use tackle.
Quick, he's weak and throw a ball at him. You caught a child.
He's charging solar beam.
Come now, Blitzen. Is it not the Starlight celebration? And is that not a child, wide-eyed and innocent? Oh man, this looks like a deer.
With like antlers to its head.
That's just a normal reindeer. The baby Yeti from last year was much better. Oh well. I think we did that event last year.
I remember that. Yeah, we did.
We've played this game for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Well, wait! Don't leave, I beseech you. There are crucial discoveries to be made in the name of folklore, for which your assistance is paramount.
Didn't we, like, get it to yell at people and deliver cookies or something.
Yeah. That did not go as I hoped. What am I going to do now?
Die.
Cry.
Forgive me, but I need a moment to collect myself. Amidst the calm of the great loam growery, perhaps. I shall return once my thoughts are clear. Okay, I'll watch your deer, I guess. Or I guess it's going with you. Okay.
My tail is clipping a lot.
Oh no, someone is suspiciously watching from behind.
Without pants.
It's always someone who's watching suspiciously from the distance. Always, no matter where it is, no matter what cutscene.
Yeah, at some point it's like self-aware parody of itself. Like they've committed so hard to ending almost every cutscene with somebody looming. And this was an angle of like a pantsless tunic man.
But Lornson does not return. Perhaps you should search for him.
No.
Oh.
End of quest.
No.
Where's the option? Wait impatiently.
I'm done with his bullshit.
Okay, where is this guy?
He's over here on the left.
Oh, I see. I'm a-coming. I'm a-coming.
Yep.
Be patient with me.
There he be.
There you are. Ah, yes.
Find the dancing Santa. Where's Waldo easy mode?
Alright, let's talk to the bunny boy. Oh, it's you. It seems I've been here rather longer than I thought. My apologies. I have been pondering my dilemma, but I believe I have identified the root of the problem. The children of Gridania are insufficient for my purposes. The original testimony was Ishgardian, after all, meaning that it is Ishgardian children I require. I was a fool to consider proving my theory anywhere else. You are familiar with Ishgard, are you not? Would you be willing to continue assisting me there? How does Blitzen feel about all this?
Yeah. Maybe he doesn't want to play reindeer games.
Blitzen? Why, he would agree with me, of course. Isn't that so, Oh. Blitzen, where did you go? Blitzen? I'm blitzing for a different fucking quest. What's going on over here?
Snake. 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 I'm still wearing my pink basketball shorts under the Santa costume.
That's fine.
With the leg warmers and the tall socks. And dancing shoes.
I can't find Blitzen anywhere. Where could he have gone?
I ate
he's
him.
a big deer. Gah, so absorbed was I in my thoughts, I must have left him somewhere.
Have you
The
heard of
gods
venison?
know he can't bear being alone. Oh, he must be so frightened right now. I must find him. Must find my dear boy. My baby!
He left him double parked and he got towed.
Should I just talk to him again, I guess?
I guess so.
That's the next bit of the quest.
Okay. Oh, and then we get the mount. Oh, Blitzen! Where could he have gone? Lorison is in a state of distress. Try to soothe him. Soothe.
Did we look at E?
There, Dumby.
Pat.
Stand back. This is a concert.
I look like I'm crowd controlling.
What am I doing? Blitzen needs me, and yet here I am, a blubbering mess. My apologies for subjecting you to such undignified behavior. Unforeseen circumstances have a tendency of rattling my nerves, but I am well now, thanks to you. I shall go and search for Blitzen once more. May I count on your cooperation once more? Yay. My heartfelt thanks. For now, let us focus on our search within the city. If you could make inquiries in the direction of Miakito's amphitheater, I shall retrace our steps back to Apakathu Falls. Quickly now.
I too have a horn, so there is kinship.
Oh yeah? Is that how that works?
Wasn't that the name of the first chapter in Half-Life?
A reindeer? Why, yes, I saw it go dashing through the snow towards Mikota's amphitheater.
Oh, yeah?
Dashing through the snow.
On a one-horned open reindeer.
I hope he's not open. It won't be very useful.
A reindeer, you say? As a matter of fact, one went trotting by an amphitheater and down the lane not long ago.
You're going the wrong way.
I am going the wrong way.
There's an orange thing.
I did not see it. My map is transparent. And
Frost fanatic.
Oh my god.
Perfection, absolute perfection. The very incarnation of crystalline beauty. Oh, are you speaking to me? Reindeer? I can't say that I did, transfixed to this frozen masterpiece as I was. I vaguely recall having heard some clopping noises passing behind me, though must have been something of the sort.
The word clopping is forever ruined for me.
Yes.
Oh no.
And I know why.
What's wrong with closed fist clapping?
Just a pair of coconuts, obviously. Coconut shells.
What kind of pigeon?
Hello, Blitzen.
Oh, there he is. What are you doing? Just staring at a tree?
Yeah.
This guy's gone, man. Oh, adventurer, have you had any luck in locating... Blitzen, where have you been? I have been running myself ragged in search of you. Blitzen, why do you bray so?
Why the underskirt? This camera angle.
This? Who is the character?
A she Santa or it's Manderville's dad? I can never tell.
I think it's Manderville's dad. I want to just guess. Yep, Manderville dad. Okay. Why, to summon me, of course. Ho, ho, ho! And you are? I am the Saint of Nymeria, and I have come at our antlered friend's behest to lead your misguided soul into the soothing bosom of the Starlight celebration. I will ask you plainly, young scholar, do you understand why you were unable to coax forth the legendary twinkling of this reindeer's magics? So you do not know. Fortunately for you, naught escapes the Saint of Nymeria's all-seeing eyes.
I'm also the Tooth Fairy.
You see it too, do you not? The reason why our scholarly friend failed?
I'm primarily all of the breaking and entering deities.
I'm assuming you've lost sight of the spirit of the candlelight celebration.
The spirit of Christmas. God bless us. Godbert, mainly. Some other people sometimes.
You've lost the season. What? Of course I haven't lost sight. All know that the Starlight celebration is held for the benefit of the children. So you finally understand. Indeed, the Starlight celebration exists for the good children of the realm. This our antlered friend knows well.
The shot's framed like
But
like Blitzen's talking.
But you, my scholarly friend, you were so obsessed with your work that you could only see the children as a means to prove your theory. Is it any wonder, then, that Blitzen was not minded to oblige your demands? It is as you say, good saint. Respecting the customs one seeks to understand is basic folklorist fieldwork. I shame my profession in forgetting it.
Yes.
Baba booey!
Guac.
My thanks for comforting me, my friend, and my apologies for ignoring your feelings. Oh ho ho! It seems my job here is done. I leave this man and his reindeer in your capable hands, adventurer. Happy Starlight to all, and to all a good day. Not copyright infringement.
I'm not wearing underwear.
Right. There isn't a moment to lose. Let us resume our research. Forgive me. Force of habit. Let us resume our celebration of this wondrous season by bringing joy and happiness to children.
What? I want my mommy.
What's that noise? Where's it coming from? Kick it, please.
That cry of distress. It comes from the other side of the Aetheriad Plaza. Come, my friends. Bring your good boots.
The reindeer mobile.
We must comfort this small, crying child with this large, dangerous animal with incredibly heavy weapons attached to its head. Don't you feel comforted now, child?
I want my mommy.
Oh dear, distraught as she is, how are we to learn what ails her? We need to settle her somehow. With sweets, perhaps? Or toys?
Put this chloroform right.
That was mostly startling.
Ooh,
Yeah,
how pretty.
I was actually quite scared. I was like, oh my god.
Gifts that blinked out of existence and now I don't get to have them.
Well done, Blitzen. Well done. And now we may ask after the source of her woes. Wah.
We all.
Greetings, little one. Tell me, what is it that troubles you?
Well, me and Mummy were on our way to the markets, but suddenly she wasn't there and I got scared.
Mummies belong in a museum. I see. I expect that your mother is still nearby, in which case...
We'll be sure to extradite her back to Egypt where she belongs.
We have an extra.
Is anyone missing a child? We have a lost child in search of her mother. Wait, sorry, hold on.
I'm scared. Okay.
Oh, there you are. Thank goodness. Mommy, you were there, and suddenly you weren't. I was so scared. That's my retelling of events.
That's
now you're all caught up.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetling. I'm here now.
Oh?
I'll have to run further next time. Thank you so much for looking after my daughter, sir.
Thank you, sir. And you too, Mr. Reindeer. Those shiny presents were really pretty.
I think congratulations are in order.
Yeah. What? Oh, right. I suppose Blitzen just proved my theory, didn't he? I was too concerned with helping the little one to notice. Well, I shan't complain, seeing as we fulfilled our objective. shall we report back to Angranja? Angranja.
What do you guys think, chat? Are the eyebrows an upgrade or a downgrade?
What?
They're a change. It changes his expressiveness and stuff. Because my character literally has painted on eyebrows. It was a change that Twitter voted on.
Are they like are they an item that you're wearing, or are they like literally just you went to the Fantasia and put eyebrows?
Rothgar don't have eyebrows, but you can like paint them on with makeup.
Interesting. Okay.
So I had to lose the fact that he had those dark markings in his eyes before, because instead I painted white eyebrows on this.
So you basically did what most women do, shave them off and paint them back on again.
Very funny to me.
Ah, welcome back, everyone. How'd you fare in the end?
Very well, I'm pleased to say. We managed to reunite a lost child with her mother, and for a happy side benefit, succeeded in proving my theory. Reindeer have powers.
My, the three of you have been busy indeed. Thank you for your help, adventurer.
Allow me to offer my gratitude as well. Were it not for you, I would have remained blind to what's truly important. Wow.
Saying thanks as well, are you? But it seems to me you played an important role as of today, Blitzen. You are as dependable a little helper as I have ever known. It's curious, though. At first he seemed wholly unmotivated to act, but then showed the illusion of his own volition. What do you suppose inspired his change of heart?
I believe the answer is concern. In the beginning, he could tell that I held none of the children and sought only academic satisfaction. Pure of heart as he is, how could Blitzen be moved to assist me? However, when he sensed that the concern I held for the crying child was genuine, he no longer felt resistance to using his powers.
Makes it sound like a stand.
Blitzen sounds like quite the intuitive fellow. This is also a half an hour build-up for him to go bzz once.
Reindeer generally are. As herd animals, they are accustomed to sensing even the slightest shift in feigning and feeling or intent. And this is but another theory, but I suspect that Blitzen's ancestors conjured their illusions in response to the feelings of love and kindness they sensed in the people around them. Such reindeer were far more plentiful back then. Some were even domesticated to pull sleighs, and no doubt younglings had ample opportunity to witness the same spectacular illusions we now find so precious.
It is truly unfortunate that Blitzen kin have so declined in number.
But they are so delicious.
But I will cherish their invaluable contribution to the Starlight celebration, especially the feast. Thank you for sharing this fascinating history with us.
Gwah!
Those words will be your last.
If I was able to impart even a modicum of the passion I feel towards my subject, I will count myself very blessed indeed. But that reminds me. There is one last task for which I would appreciate your assistance, to wit, sharing Blitzen's miraculous illusions, and the joy they inspire, with as many children as we can find. Oh, hey, I'll talk to more kids, I guess.
Speaking in the true spirit of Starlight, Lawrenson, I dare say you'll be a little helper yet. We are.
This just makes a Pokemon cry.
Blitzen.
Speak with Lawrenson to accompany him on a special Starlight celebration mission. Who knows what familiar faces you might encounter? No.
There's more?
I don't have to. I already got the nerve.
Fuck you.
Haha, I got the reindeer now.
got the reindeer now.
I shall name you Princess Sparkle Pants.
What is this other
And
mission?
we can't use mounts here.